The Swedes haven't won a gold medal at the World Juniors since 1981. For the Russians, it goes back to 2003. One of those two teams will get a chance to end that drought in the gold medal game on Wednesday. It's Sweden against Russia in the first of two semifinals on this Monday at the 2011 World Junior Hockey Championship. Starting goalies are brought to you by the all-new Chevrolet Cruze. Don't just drive, cruise. And for Russia, it's Dmitry Shikin, who stopped 34 of 37 shots against the Finns in their quarterfinal win last night. He plays for the St. Petersburg Juniors in the Russian Junior League. And for Sweden, it is Ottawa Senators' second-round pick, Robin Lehner, who plays for Binghamton in the American Hockey League. He allowed 5 goals on 34 shots in his last start against Canada. He stopped all 30 shots in a 2-0 shutout win against the Russians in the round robin. The referees are Pat Smith from Canada. That's him. And the other referee is George Jakubov from Germany. Sweden will be the home team. After running a 4-0 mark in the preliminary round, the Russians open this tournament with a pair of losses to Canada and then Sweden, but have won 3 straight coming off a 4-3 overtime win last night in the quarters over the Finns.
This could be a track meet today. James and Bob are just talking about the potential fear factor and fatigue factor for the Russians. It's almost like they won their gold medal last night, winning against Finland in overtime. But if this becomes a track meet, that really favors Sweden, I believe, Gord.
Jarnkrok faces off against Savchenko for Russia, and we're underway. Nemeth in the corner for Cehlin. Patrick Cehlin tried to center it. He was battling down there with Voronin. And now Cehlin wrap around, whacks away at it. No goal as Dmitry Shikin steps out the left pad and makes the stop.
Well, that's a real good job down low by Max Friberg. Battling along with Patrick Cehlin. The strength of the Swedish players is something you're really going to be impressed with, especially a lot of Matthias Tedenby.
And this is Jarnkrok with it, plays it across to Johan Larsson walking in. Larsson pulls his way in front, the puck rolling down in front. Shikin can't grab it, and it's still free. Jesper Fast with it. And Fast plays out ahead. Now Panarin sends it across, and Tarasenko has it with Savchenko. Tarasenko in, shoots, save made, and Lehner will hang on. 13:46 to go here in the first period. Still no score. Walking out to start the third period, and Lehner had to come on and play.
Yes.
Tarasenko works it around. Lehner down, backhand shot. Lehner never saw the rebound. It squirted down in the corner. Now Savchenko with it. He tries a shot. Eriksson got in the way of that. Good pressure by the Russians in the early going. The Swedes out shooting from 5-2 though. Here's Tarasenko, shoots, scores! Banks it in, and the Russians take the lead.
That's Tarasenko's 3rd goal of this tournament. He's had 17 shots on goal. That's his 18th. But what I like, Gord, is the fact that they're dominating below the icing line. That's just a bad turnover by Tim Eriksson. The play's going to stay alive. And watch Tarasenko just down low, very crafty, banking it off the blocker of Robin Lehner to make it 1-0 Russia. And we talk about the fatigue factor. How about the fact that the Swedes look so tentative? We have yet to see the Swedes look so tentative. And that's the first time in this tournament that Russia's had a lead over Sweden. They lost the first game 2-0. The St. Louis Blues who drafted Tarasenko in the first round. They've been waiting for him to percolate this tournament. He has.
Down to Verchinsky, trying to feed out in front of Verchinsky with a shot bouncing down in front, knocked away by Larsson. Adam Larsson ahead for Jesper Fast. 3-on-2 for the Swedes. Fast centers it. Jarnkrok, a shot saved by Shikin. Oh, what a save of the rebound! And Fast fires again. Johan Larsson with a great chance on the rebound, and Dmitry Shikin shuts him down.
Dmitry Shikin just spectacular during that sequence, but this is more like the Swedish team we're used to seeing. Transition, jumping a lot of bodies into the rush, and then 1 save, 2 saves, and maybe even a 3rd save, unless that got blocked by the defense out front. Shikin stays with the puck. He knows he's giving up a juicy rebound. He has to battle and come across and stop a second chance. Pascal Dupuis and Chris Kunitz.
Orlov sends it ahead. Valawisky with a shot. He ripped that wide. And Tornberg back with it. He goes rink wide for Fast. Jesper Fast busting in. Here he comes. Fast in on Shikin, who poke checks him and makes the stop. Shikin may not be stylish, but so far he hasn't allowed a goal. And now Stearman with a long shot. His pass went off a skate. And then Lander turns it over to Kalinin. Kalinin a long shot. That's tipped wide. Kuznetsov whacks at it. And Kuznetsov gets it back. Tries to feed down in front. And in for the Swedes. The puck bounces down to Kuznetsov. Quickly ahead he goes for Kitson. Kitson comes walking in, feeds it across, and a drive from Javorichenski hammered that. And Leonard got just a piece of that. Lindbergh. Cehlin. Freeberg with a shot. Stopped by Schick, and the rebound was blocked as Lindbergh got a shot away. And now the puck chipped up by Burdasov. And four of them were skaters. They were all cut. The only CHL player they kept was goaltender Igor Bobkov. Kuznetsov feeds it ahead, a backhand shot. Taken there by Kitson. Another chance and fired high. Lauka's face-off. Tries to walk around Eriksson. Now Burdasov back with it. Out of the corner he comes and shoots. It flips way up in the air and down in the corner. Bertelsen. Head to Cehlin. Now a bouncing puck moved ahead. And a penalty coming up as Bocharov was working his way in. He was hooked. And the Russians will go on the power play. With it, he'll run things from the back end. He's got a really good shot. Orlov works his way in and shoots right on. Leonard makes the save on the deflection. And Adam Larsson with Orlov walks the line. Long wrist shot, bounces out in front. And Johan Larsson couldn't knock it away. Tarasenko with it. Plays it back and a shot by Urichev. Rebound, what a save by Leonard. He took one away from Sobchenko, point blank. Tarasenko back to Orlov. Being shadowed by Freeberg. Orlov plays it back. Urichev to Orlov. Lots of traffic in front. Unloads. Leonard makes the pad save. The rebound into the feet of Valawisky. Couldn't get a shot away.
Swedes better get some presence on the point man here for the Russians. These guys can bring it.
Urichev to Orlov. And Orlov slides it down to Tarasenko. Three across the top now for the Russians. Trying to play it back. Freeberg all over Tarasenko. Now gets it back to Orlov. Urichev. Pass in front. Tarasenko stopped by Leonard. What a save. And Freeberg races ahead. Chips it by Orlov. 2-on-1 short-handed. Freeberg with Johan Larsson. Shoots. Save made by Schicken. He'll hang on to the rebound. A great save at one end. And a terrific short-handed opportunity at the other.
Question mark about the goaltending with the Ottawa Senators. Maybe not going forward after you watch Robin Leonard in this situation. What a save, not just one, but two right there. The second one against Sobchenko. And how about this one against Tarasenko, robbing it right out of the air with the catching glove. Robin Leonard, really a difference maker. He was in game one when the Swedes won 2-0, and he has been so far in this game as well.
Swedes only used Leonard in 2 games in the preliminary round. He didn't play against Norway or the Czechs. Down to Kuznetsov. Evgeny Kuznetsov winds his way in. Here he comes, spins, shoots, and Leonard makes the glove save. And to Tarasenko. Outlets for Sobchenko. Stepping around Nemeth. In comes Sobchenko, centers it in behind Tarasenko. Had that knocked away. Now feeds it there for Jarnkrok. In comes Kalle Jarnkrok. Out shoots. And Schicken makes the save. Wanstrom. Slides it ahead for Jesper Fast. Great move. In comes Fast. Plays it across. And he missed Oscar Lindbergh. And back come the Russians. Burdasov.
But after that goal to Tarasenko, he was full value. There's the weak goal. Bob and James have already talked about it. But then you watch against Tarasenko in this situation, no rebound opportunity. When there is a rebound opportunity against Sobchenko, he's there to shut it down. And then Tarasenko down low, the glove flashes right out, and he shuts that down. Had it not been for some spectacular goaltending from Robin Leonard and some great gifted play from Tarasenko, the Russians probably deserve to have more than a 1-goal lead. Robin Leonard was a huge difference in that period.
Teams begin the second period 5-on-5. The winner goes to the gold medal game on Wednesday night. The loser will play for bronze earlier that day. Nemeth looks back to Eriksson. To Jarnkrok. Cross to Eriksson with a drive. Kicked out by Schicken. Sobchenko with a rolling puck. Plays it ahead. The Russians have a 3-on-2. Valawisky to Tarasenko. Shoots. He just missed the top corner. And away comes Orlov with it. The drop for Tarasenko. Russian changing. Tarasenko just missed again. 2. Oscar Lindbergh plays it ahead. Rink line for Stearman. In comes Stearman with a shot. Missed short side. Lundstrom fires. That's blocked. Loose puck. And a long pass for Golubev misfires. Rolls all the way down to Leonard. Leaves that. Icing though was waved off. Now a centering pass. Golubev in, scores! Here's Golubev, taps it home. Leonard left the puck, and the Russians take a 2-0 lead.
We gotta watch this whole thing about whether this is icing or not. I think Robin Leonard thought this was icing. Let's just see if this touches anybody. That doesn't touch anybody. It goes down. Robin Leonard thinks that's icing. He clearly thinks that's icing. That's why he doesn't play it. And then Golubev jumps on it. That is icing. The Swedes get ripped off big time on this play. There's no way that defender, the arm is up right there. That is an icing call. That is a blown call by the officials. That gives the Russians a 2-goal. He thinks that's icing. That's why he doesn't play the puck.
And Bacharov jumped on it. Now there's a discussion at the Swedish bench.
I don't blame him. I'd be furious. That's why Roger Rönnberg's so upset. I was looking at that going, that's got to be icing.
And it's not something you can go back and undo.
No, that's not video reviewable.
So the Russians with a 2-0 lead on two strange goals. One a bank shot by Tarasenko, and the other
defenseman ever.
Now a chance for Kitson walking in. Kitson shoots and a save made by Leonard. Down 2-0 midway through the second period. Kalinin jumps it across the line, plays there for Kuznetsov with a shot, and the save is made just by Leonard. Jarnkrok plays it across. Johan Larsson tees it up, and Cehlin makes the save on him. Last couple of weeks. Here's Raquel with a chance. Fires. Cehlin makes the save up high, and it drops right back down the slot. Tarasenko feeds it across to Balowiski. Works around Orlov. Plays it back to John Klingberg along wrist shot. That goes wide off the end board. Cehlin makes a good save. They bank it again. Cehlin down. The puck is loose. Off the side of the goal. Cehlin had lost his stick. Great chance there for Lindberg. Larsson's pass is interrupted. Now he gets it right back. Johan Larsson bounces it in front. Stearman jumps up. Down to Johan Larsson. Adam Larsson out there as well. Here's Stearman with it. Sends that in front. Deflected puck. Bouncing down in front. Tapped wide by Johan Sundstrom. Ricard Raquel with it. Plays it there for Johan Larsson. He feeds it. Here's Raquel with a chance. He taps it wide. Larsson has it. Lander up ahead for Cehlin. Patrick Cehlin trying to work his way in, and a penalty coming up to Maxim Berezin for taking down Cehlin. Power play for the Swedes.
Patrick Cehlin's a great scorer. He's got 3 goals so far in the tournament. He
Verona doesn't clear it out. Eriksson plays it down to Lindberg. Now Eriksson winds and fires. Hit the post. Ring it off the goal post. Go back to him again. Eriksson. Oh, what a play by Golubev to reach out and take that away. Golubev sprawls and sends it ahead and rolls down to Leonard. Looking for a lane, plays it back for Eriksson. Now Lander fires. Cehlin knocked it down with his glove, but couldn't hang on to it. Lander back for Eriksson. Maybe the presence of George McPhee has excited him. Lander now works his way in. 15 seconds to go in this power play. Adam Larsson feeds it across. The shot by Golubev goes just wide. Thornburg with it. Thornburg back for Larsson. Adam Larsson power play goal, and the Swedes are back in it.
They needed something, and they got that something from one of their best players, and Adam Larsson. Trying to get people to the front of the net, but what I like more in this situation, they keep their feet moving, they get people in front of the net, moving out there, play by Anton Lander down low. You'll see 16 in goal just skate right in front of Cehlin, and I think he gets Celin's attention enough. And you see Valeri bragging, not happy at all. That puck should have been out of the zone, he's probably saying.
Sergeyev takes him off the puck and moves that through the line, but not out. Freeberg with it. In comes Freeberg. He shoots, and Cehlin makes the save on him. Back to Urachev. A goal here by the Russians would be a backbreaker. Tarasenko plays it across. Orlov shoots. Lander makes the save. Savchenko jumping for it.
Most defensemen are going backwards, not forwards, and the Russian players are attacking. So they already stalled their engines, the Swedish defensemen. That's the problems, and that's the key component on the line.
To open this period on the power play. And now Orlov uncorks that big shot. Leonard reached out.
Really? You look at it right now, he's got 1 goal in the tournament, but 7 assists.
Tarasenko comes walking in, rips that across. And now Orlov another chance. Rebound in front, and Laner hangs on to that with a bouncing puck. And Vasilevskiy, along with Berdasov, looking for the rebound.
And that's why you want Orlov shooting the puck. He just has a hammer from the back end, the 55th pick overall in the 2009 draft. He's going to get it, and he's just going to blow it on goal. Robin Lehner can't control it because of the velocity of the shot, and then he does control the second chance opportunity off the stick.
At the line, Dara's unable to hold it, feeds it right back in front, and a backhand shot from Kalinin went just wide. Great chance in the dying seconds of that power play. Now they're back to 5-on-5 as Lander steps out of the box, and Jarnkrok has it. In with Lander, and Adam Larsson, who has the Swedish goal, feeds it back in front. Jarnkrok scores! Tie game! Jarnkrok with an exuberant celebration, and no wonder.
Well, I'm just happy that the icing call now kind of doesn't have a real focus on this game. It's chipped out of the air.
Was it fast, or was it Jarnkrok?
Larsson throws it out front.
That
looks to be like it's going to be Jarnkrok, the Detroit Red Wings second-round pick in 2010. Right there.
Eriksson is back for it. For Nemeth. Patrick Nemeth works his way into the rush. Here comes Nemeth. Shovels that in front. Chicken makes the save. And he has the puck, perhaps without realizing it's under his left heel. Jarnkrok gets credit. And this is a 2-2 game, but Kitson lays it across to Kalinin. Long shot, steered away by Leonard. The rebound bounces right back to Kalinin. And Kuznetsov with a shot. His stick exploded. And Kuznetsov looks skyward. He can't believe his bad fortune. But Dalbec leads the rush. He falls with Golubev. There's no penalty. Jurichev with it. Two Russians waiting at center ice. And the pass goes ahead to Vasilevskiy. In alone, Vasilevskiy fired in the wide. He had Leonard beat.
He went right through Leonard's legs and couldn't score. Wow.
Lays it down for Lindbergh. The Swedes are changing in the offensive zone. What a chance for Semyon Vasilevskiy a moment ago. Now Freeberg loose in front. Chicken dives on that. And the Russian netminder takes it away. 2-2 the score here in the third period.
Semyon Vasilevskiy comes in all alone on Robin Lehner, and he goes right through the legs. That's as close as you can come to not scoring a goal when you beat a goalie through the 5-hole.
You'd like to think if you beat the guy through the legs, the puck would go in the net.
Go in.
A chance off the inboards, and Johan Larsson has that taken away. Adam Larsson.
I'm just glad it's 2-2.
Me too. Here's Cehlin, sends it ahead. Quick chance. Chicken makes the save on Lander. Bouncing around in the Swedish zone. Wanström finally brings it ahead. Wanström around Orlov. In he comes. Wanström with a shot that got blocked. Dmitry Orlov. Bouncing puck again in front. Orlov shoots. That goes high and wide. Wanström sends it in front. Here's Tornberg with a shot. And that's knocked away by Chicken. Way up in the air and down below the goal line. Johan Sundström. Spins back in the corner. Sundström works his way in front. He shoots. Bouncing puck. Chicken down. It went just wide. That hurt.
Played 34 minutes up there.
An up and down year in Binghamton of the American League.
Hard league to get used to coming out of junior.
Jesper Fast works his way around. Chicken down. Fast can't get a shot away. Now winds his way back the other way. In comes Fast with it. Now Tim Eriksson down low. He works his way in front. Spins and shoots. Blocked by Barron. And Larsson with it. But the Swedes need a change. Larsson up ahead for Fast. In comes Jesper Fast. Loose in front. Gets a shot away. And Chicken hands onto that.
There's some live legs against some fatigued Russian defenders. And you called Jesper Fast fast. He is extremely quick. A New York Rangers 6th-round pick. Plays for HV 71 in Jarnkrok. He comes in all alone almost on Dmitry Chicken. He's elusive. He's got good puck control. He just fans on it. Doesn't get a lot of good wood on it.
Has it high in the air, and it bounces down to Andrei Sergeyev. Macharov lost the puck. John Klingberg works in backhand shot. And Chicken makes the save on that. Away from him, Vasilevskiy streaking ahead. Can't get him the puck. They go ahead to Orlov instead. And a penalty coming up to the Swedes. And
it's not. It's going to be Orlov's going to get it for a smash.
You're right. It is. Fast works away. And now Eriksson plays it there for Lindbergh. And So the Swedes will get a late power play here in the third period as Russia's best defenseman is going to go off for the slash.
Fans don't like it at all, especially at this time of the game. It's a courageous call to make. We talk about zero tolerance. There's a slash right into the hands of Larsson. Orlov comes down on the stick. Larsson loses a stick and the hand goes up right away.
Sergeyev takes a whack at it. 90 seconds to go in this power play. Larsson feeds it across. There's a shot. Cehlin, and the Swedes have the lead.
Patrick Cehlin, who did the damage to Canada, forcing overtime and eventually a shootout with a tying goal. He gets his fourth of the tournament, and this is a blast on the power play with lots of yellow sweaters in the slot for the Swedes. Carl Klingberg's there. You see the traffic from Klingberg, and Cehlin doesn't see it till it goes past him. You see him waving his hands because he doesn't see the puck. Cehlin, the Nashville Predators pick, puts it behind Cehlin and gives the Swedes a 3-2 lead. Watch the reaction with his hands. I couldn't see it. No, you couldn't.
What a turn of events. Orlov, the Russians' best defenseman, takes a slashing penalty, about 170. Freeberg, he's got Cehlin with him. Freeberg works his way in. Walks in front. Freeberg, poke check there by Cehlin. And then Freeberg fell. Orlov ahead. Dmitry Orlov winds and fires off the stick of Larsson and wide. Tarasenko with it. Tarasenko battling, and it's flipped ahead by Lander. Urchev at the end of a long shift has to go back, and look out, diving into the inboards was Jesper Fast. Cehlin lost his stick, he's shaken up, and meanwhile the puck moved ahead to the Swedish zone. Kitson with it. Cehlin is just now picking up his goal stick, and meantime Orlov has the puck, backhand just loose in front, Lander down the Kalinin ties it up with 1:27 to go.
Just when you think they're out of it, they're not out of it. And it's a turnover by Jarnkrok. He can't get the puck up and out of the zone, and then it's just a mad rush to the front of Robin Leonard. And finally, the stick comes in, and it's a finish for Sergei Kalinin. Watch 21 in red right there, jam it past Robin Leonard to tie it up at 3 with 1:27 to go. This has been a very strange game, Gordon.
It has. And it's not over yet. So euphoria for the Swedes on the power play goal. The Russians tired, starting to sag. Bit of a train wreck in front of the Swedish goal, and they get the tying marker with a minute and a half to go. He's almost in alone. Freeberg has a look ahead for Lander. Lander with a shot, and Cehlin hangs on to that. We'll get a face-off in the Russian zone with 30 seconds to 10 seconds to go in the third period. Kuznetsov drops it back. Pivzakin feeds it ahead. Shevchenko winds and fires off a leg and wide. Time for one more shot. No, Adam Larsson has it. And the Swedes and the Russians are going to overtime to determine who goes to the gold medal game on Wednesday. We're back right after this. And the worst part of this is the team that loses has to come back and play in the bronze medal game. That is tough.
What's the solution to that? Just award 2 bronze medals?
Or just place the teams if you wanted to, I suppose. But bronze medal games are very much a part of international tradition.
And for some of the countries that don't have the population or the masses, Finland's a perfect example.
We saw the Slovaks win a bronze medal in '99 in Winnipeg. What a joyous occasion that was. We've seen the Finns do it, the Swiss.
The Finns in their home country, remember that in Helsinki in '04? That was awesome.
But right now, gold is on the minds of the Swedes and the Russians as we're into overtime now in the semifinal game, and Shevchenko intercepts and feeds that in front. And in a game decided by strange bounces and some odd caroms, will that be the case in OT? That little off-speed shot. Kuznetsov needing a change, didn't get the puck deep. Freeberg works in, Johan Larsson peels it back in front, shoots, and a glove save by Dmitry Cehlin.
Johan Larsson's a second-round pick of the Minnesota Wilds, plays for Brynäs, which is in Javela. He comes in and just snaps his Freeberg gives him the puck. He just snaps it right off, and Chicken shuts it down. The puck was going wide, but Chicken wants to slow things down. He knows his team's tired.
Tim Eriksson slaps the puck down for Jarnkrok. Jarnkrok peels back behind the goal. Jarnkrok works back out in front, shoots. Chicken knocks it away. It bounces down in front, picked up by Zaitsev. We haven't seen Zaitsev for nearly an hour. I think Ignatovic stepped in front of that. Larsson for Lander. Russians complete a change, and Lander plays it ahead for Cehlin. In comes Cehlin, works his way in front. Cehlin shoots. He just missed the top corner. Larsson peels back.
This has been Larsson's best game of the tournament. He's been a dominant force for the Swedes.
And feeds it ahead to Johan Larsson. In he comes. Johan Larsson shoots. Chicken kicks that away. Orlov got spun around in the corner. Back it goes to Eriksson. Feeds it across. Nemeth, a long shot. Knocked down in front. Johan Larsson had the puck on his stick but couldn't pull the trigger. Here comes Kuznetsov. Evgeny Kuznetsov works in, and John Klingberg stayed with him. Centers it. Golubev back for Kitts, and the pass was in behind him. Ignatovic feeds it across. Zaitsev shoots. He put it just wide. Trying to pull that back to Jarnkrok. He does. It goes back to Eriksson. He shoots just missed high. The crowd buzzing about that as the puck goes ahead. Dixon shovels it down. Final seconds. Eriksson has a look. Pounds it down. Chicken gloves it. And this game is going to a shootout. We'll step aside and bring it to you. This semifinal even after 3 periods and an OT. The shootout is next. So just to refresh you on the shootout procedure in the IHF, 3 shooters from each team. If it's not decided then, it goes to a single round. They reverse the order after the 3rd shot. So if the Swedes go first after 3 shots, then the Russians go first. And after the 3rd round, the same or new players can be used. You can use the same player each time if you want. And remember, Jonathan Taves and Leksand, the shootout against the United States. Sweden will go first. And they're going to go with Lindberg, who shot first against Canada. And they'll give Chicken his instructions. Interesting approach by Lindberg, who just starts at the center ice line, and in comes Lindberg. On Chicken, backhand shot is stopped.
I know that he's Russian, but Chicken reminds me of Dominik Hasek in terms of what he does. He just roly-poly all over the place, stick in the air, body across the crease. Unorthodox, but getting it done.
And now Tarasenko wastes no time. Vladimir Tarasenko in. And Leonard gets him.
Leonard did a nice job not biting on the first fake, and you watch his push-off with his left foot. He just stays right with Vladimir Tarasenko. Just that little move, Leonard never bought on it, and he pushed off and was able to come across the crease.
Now Sebastian Wanström, who did not shoot against Canada. Wanström in, stopped.
Trying to go 5-0, huh, Gord? Maybe thinking Chicken was going to open up, but Chicken shut it right down. Wanström doesn't have a lot of speed till the very end, and then Chicken just closes that 5-hole down.
Lehner would be used to shootouts from his days in the OHL and the American League, and now Golubev works in. No one scored yet. Golubev in, stop. Denis Golubev.
Right at the last second, he gets Leonard open up right there. That opened him up. That little feint on the puck opens him up. That's nice.
Lander has to score now to extend it. Anton Lander works in, hits a post, and the Russians have beaten the Swedes. Russia will go to the gold medal game. The disheartened Swedes will play for bronze. They were just over 3 minutes away from elimination, but the Russians have won it, and they'll play in the gold medal game for the first time since 2007, when they beat the Swedes in the semifinals that year as well.
This is a miracle moment for this team. They were written off after they lost their first 2 games of this tournament, 6-3 to Canada, 2-0 to Sweden. You see the jubilation of the Russians.
Consulate sitting against the boards. Pipe and out.
Well, they knew what the huge thing was in this game. They didn't get the start they needed. The Swedes weren't good enough off the start. The Russians were really opportunistic. Cehlin was awesome when he had to be. And look at that bit. That's a great reaction. Love to see that.
Cehlin wasn't even the Russian starting goal.